What up, everybody, man? Thanks for all y'all following, man. Welcome to another quarantine edition of the
MIGO Experiment.
Willy, you always fucking it up, Willy, but we still rocking, man, over here. Because today, man, we got a special guest with you. This man's got endless amounts of hits. En todo lo que se tiene que ver con la música latino-urbana, man. Tiene éxito como esa velita. Yo, un par de velitas. You got that one. You got more como tú eres la vaina. Vamos a ponerlo loco. Fuck it up. Estamos locos todo. Estamos locos, yo. He got éxito for days, man. For days, man. Who we got today, buddy?
Hold on, let me tell you. I gotta do it. It's Mark B.
Oh, there you go. That's
you got the slogan. Mark P, what's up, man?
Oh, thank you for having me. For real. I mean, I heard you speaking a little bit of Spanish there. Thank God I speak English and we'll be able to talk here because your Spanish is not that good. You was like, no se la he hecho. Like, fucked up. At least I got to
no bullshit, me trabé la lengua, loco, trying to say your songs, dog, yo, because I was just like, oh my gosh, young. No,
I got an English book, though.
It's because I spelled a little, I ain't got notes, bro.
That damn bow I did in English, so we're good. We got that fucked up song, which is my newest song, so we all good.
Yeah, no, I fuck with it, man, because, we're going to go right into it. Speaking about that song, I know it's called We Fucked Up, but it's well, too, you got it in Spanish, too, bro. Like, just to flip it, man. Like, I'm like, hold up, what?
Yeah, nobody has never done that, in English, a dembow in English. At the end of the day, the music is being global right now, and people love the rhythm. So I was just like, why not? Why not do it in English? So I did it in English as well, and everybody loves it, man. All the DJs over there in the U.S., they be playing it. So I'll be like, that's what I need to start doing from now on.
Yo, I mean, that's some there's some pioneer stuff though, because like me, I'm a DJ as well. I was just telling them, I'm like, man, you know what? When I go back in the club, I'm gonna flip both of them joints at the same time. Fuck it, man, because rhythm and get fucked up and that stuff,
It's just a rhythm. It's just a rhythm at the end of the day. If it has good rhythm and the lyrics are easy to like you learn too, fucked up. Who doesn't get fucked up in the club?
What? So everybody, man.
That's
even the bar back. And the hookah girl.
Right. Yeah, the hookah girl.
Yeah, and I've even seen the bathroom attendants get fucked up too. So
everybody gotta enjoy their job,
Right, man. Yo, man. So look, check it out. So those folks actually looking at the MIGO Experiment right now, you don't know who this is, man. Go jump on Barranco, man, because this man right here has worked with all the big ones, man, especially in la música Latin urbana, man. So speaking about that, bro, so look, you've worked with all the great ones, man, all throughout the spectrum of Latino Urbano. Who else does Mark B want to work with?
I want to work with Daddy Yankee, bro. I haven't done a song with Daddy Yankee. I haven't worked with Wisin Yandel, Joely Randy, Tito El Bambino. Who else is there? There's a lot of artists that I haven't worked with yet. Like, thank God I worked with a lot of them, like Arcángel, like Ozuna, like Bad Bunny.
Lunay?
Huh?
Lunay, you got that mojadera.
Oh yeah, I got that new dembow with Lunay too that is popping. I got I got a remix coming up too, like with Mike Towers that he's doing his thing. Mike Towers, Raul Alejandro. I have songs with them that haven't come out yet that they are bangers, bro.
Speaking about bangers and people you work with, man, will you work with 6ix9ine, bro? You being from, New York, Washington Heights, man, would you work with 6ix9ine?
Nah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, that's like everybody saying that every artist is like, nah, I will not work with that guy. But I can guarantee you in 5 years from now, if he's still popping and doing number ones and making numbers, everybody's going to work with him. Everybody that's saying they're not going to work with him right now, in 5 years from now, if he's still popping, I guarantee you everybody's going to do it.
Are you going to work with him for 5 years?
That's the thing. Right now, I wouldn't work with him. Right now. I don't want to be that guy to be like, oh, he's the one that he wants to snitch with him. Nah, I'm going to do his thing by himself this whole year. And after he continues the other years, then we'll talk about it.
But do you think anybody will jump in with him? Like, because straight out of jail, he hit what 2 million views in like less than 24 hours, and money talks for a lot of artists.
Yeah, it's true. Money talks, but at the same time, like money talks, but you can't lose your integrity. You're like the respect for yourself and the respect for your people. That's what people don't. They won't do that for more than $1 million. Who cares? There's not a lot of people like 6ix9ine that will like not give a fuck about nothing and just take the money and snitch. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like for example, he's saving his family. That's all facts. He's saving his family, but he has to live a crazy life nowadays. He has to be securing his family at all times, watching out for their family. They gotta be like in secret places all the time. That's not real life. That's not a happy life. You get what I'm saying? But everybody chooses their own thing,
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very
true, man.
You know what? Backtracking a little bit, leaving 6ix9ine ahí in Nueva York. You were actually born in New York, with Dominican parents. You were raised in New York, correct?
Yeah.
So, so you're known for bringing a different modern tweak in el mundo de la música urbana, And so, when was it exactly that you knew that you wanted to be a singer?
Well, since I was born, because my father was a dancer for those merengue bands, those ochenta, like the Gran Manzana, all that merengue songs that were popping. Like he was a dancer for them, like one of the middle guys that was always dancing. So once I was born, the first thing as a gift, instead of cars, was a mic. Like you're gonna sing. My father was like, "You're gonna sing. You're gonna continue my legacy." So he was always teaching me to perform and sing. So I had no other choice, to be honest. Like maybe I played a little sports. I played a little bit of basketball, a little bit of baseball, but it was always on my mind to do music. So once I turned like 15 years old, I started writing my own music. I started doing like urban music. I was like, nah, I don't want to do merengue. I want to do urban because that's what young guys at that age wanted to do. Still to this age, nobody really thinks about merengue no more. Everybody thinks about urban music, reggaeton and stuff like that. So yeah, since then I just been grinding so I could reach my dreams. And now I'm Mark B.
Yeah. But like you said, you didn't want to do merengue. You didn't want to exactly follow in that. You didn't want to go that route. You wanted to do música urbana. So entonces you wanted to do dembow, reggaeton, and then, what's known as now Latin trap. Was it just because of the fact of how old you were, or was that really the main reason, or
the environment? I was living in I was born in New York, but then I moved to Miami, and I was living in an area where it was just 90% black. Like there was no Latin persons there. So all I used to listen to was hip hop, like R&B, trap. It was all urban. So I had no choice either to like vibe it off that and write it in Spanish, since I knew Spanish as well. I used to always come to the yard for vacation. So I had the two. That's why I'm bilingual, because they used to bring me here for the summers. So yeah, I was just working on that and watching Daddy Yankee as well, watching Wisin Yandel, watching Yoli Randy. I was like, that's the lane right there. That's where I want to go. So that's why I became a Latin artist, urban Latin artist.
Since you actually, you're a big influencer in the Latin, urban music, man. What direction do you think right now? The la música urbana, because it's had its time con like the love them both, love reggaeton, like, Ella No Me Conoce, things like that, Ozuna, great artists, stuff like that. What direction do you think is going to right now, man?
Yo, to be honest, the direction is going to be crazy. It's going to be global. Like, I just saw a song that Rosalia put out with Travis Scott. That's one of the biggest things that I've seen in music by far. Like, I was like, whoa, Travis Scott is like one of the biggest artists right now in the hip-hop world. And to jump into a reggaeton, because it's not even a hip-hop, it's a reggaeton, I was like, this is gonna be big. Like I could guarantee you, Drake. Well, Drake has done bachata already, and did a song with Bad Bunny as well. So I'm sure like a lot of American artists is gonna start jumping on Latin tracks, and it's gonna be like a global thing, you know, because Spanish and English is the two biggest language in the world. So it's no problem to like a singer to sing in Spanish and a rapper to rap in English. It's gonna be a bilingual rhythm, and it's gonna be more dancing too, because you know, like hip hop, you cannot dance that all the time in the club. Reggaeton, you could. So that's why, like, in commercial way, business way, is gonna help out a lot for the Latin market and for the American market.
Hello. So I mean, let's say, you know, let's say we're done with the whole dembow, reggaeton, trap, you know, stuff. You've been there, you've done that. What would be another type of genre that you'd be interested in making a song to, you know?
Yeah, I like bachata. I like bachata a lot. Bachata has like a influence of all that, of R&B, because it's like a slow thing, and it has the influence as well. Like you could talk about anything in bachata. Like you could make a bachata for love, or you can make a bachata for if you're mad. You can make a bachata for anything. I like bachata. Bachata is like a good rhythm. It's like a very. I like songs that you could like interpret and people could listen, and not just dance. Things that people could like listen and enjoy.
Yeah, so Henry Santos actually indicated that bachata is more like the blues, you know what I mean? Pero
Yeah. So you
República
can
Dominicana.
interpret anytime.
Yeah, because they say playing brothels, bars. I see it, you know what I mean? But that being said too, man, you know, if there's a formula or a recipe of what Mark B is, yo, you know, un chin de esto, un chin de esta artista, un chin de esta música, un chin de... What is the formula to Mark B? What is your recipe? Who's Mark B?
That's a big question. That's a nice question. Like nobody has ever asked me that, and that's like a great question. And to be honest, like, you know, everything is already made. We get influence from everything. You know, we grow up seeing things, and you're like, okay, I like this, I like that, I like this, and you make it, like you said, a formula, and that's how you become. And for example, I have to say that Yankee is the first guy that I'll be like, see that guy right there, his image, his attitude, music wise, like his commercialism on music is the biggest. You know, you have to be like that. You have to be neutral. You can't be not too underground, not too commercial. You gotta be in between. That people love you for both. You know, that you could do one day you could do a rap song, you know, for the streets. One day you could make a love song for the girls.
Ahí está un chin de eso, un chin de eso, un chin de daddy, un chin de daddy.
Claro, un chin de cada cosa.
What else?
And then the other guys, I mean, who else? I like American artists too. Like, you know, I like Chris Brown. Chris Brown, his image, his flow, you know what I mean? Like his image, he's always changing his image. He's always changing. He's always on top of his game, image-wise, and also performing-wise. I don't dance. I would like to. You know, that's one thing that I'm missing out. You know, like I mean, like
I was about to ask you that too.
I see him and I'll be like, yo, that's what I'm missing, man. I need to start dancing. Because if you start dancing, the girls are gonna go crazy, and I mean, it's gonna be a performance, like a great performance. You know what I'm saying? So that I'm missing that from Chris Brown. And the last artist that I really like is I have to say Drake, man. Drake has the, like, you know, the you know, versatile. You could do any type of music. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has a good persona as well, like a good personality. I take from those guys. Chris Brown, Drake, and Daddy Yankee are like my top leaders. And from there, I influence for everything that I do in the Latin market.
Gotcha, man.
That's a hell of a recipe right there. And you know what?
Yeah.
I can actually see it. Like, I could definitely see it. As soon as you were naming all these artists, I was like, boom. Like, I just, baby Mark B coming out the cloud.
See, but the thing about it, the way you did it though, like you didn't say, you know, yeah, the style of, you know, Daddy Yankee. You hit the professionalism, the humility, the humbleness, you know, the hard work, the way you can step into, you know, because you sit you do sit like on a line, bro, because you're not pop. you're popular, but you're like right there where you can go to like the hood and get that respect. You can go to like Beverly Hills to get that respect. You even Ibiza, you know what I mean? Like
yeah. That's what you. I don't think
doing this over there in Santo
take.
Domingo, you know what I mean? So it's just like, yo,
it's all a part of being humble, man. You gotta be humble all the time, and like, because you never know what's gonna happen. Like, look what happened to the world right now. Nobody's able to like work. Nobody's able to be together. So what does it matter if you be like, oh, I'm the biggest artist, nobody could touch me? Oh yeah, nobody could touch you. Look now, you gotta stay home like everybody else. So it's the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Like
without no toilet paper, like everybody else.
Yeah, you gotta go to the supermarket the same way as everybody to buy toilet paper.
You gotta get that folk. Hey, yo, they got a stack right here. What's up? You need that? Yeah, I need that. Like two of them joints.
You gotta find a way to buy a mask like everybody else. That's the real shit.
Hey man, yo, y'all listening? Y'all looking? You see that? You see this? Mark B is telling you, yo, stay the fuck humble, man. Nigga, you the superstar. Guess what? The biggest superstars, to be honest, are the most humblest people, man, that you ever meet, man. I guess that's why they got longevity, right?
You'd be surprised.
It's true, man. It's true. A lot of big artists. I met Daddy Yankee before, and it's something that I won't even explain. I'll be like, is this guy really saying what's up to me? Like, really? Like, what the fuck? Why you want to say, like, for example, I saw him the other day at this concert. I wasn't planning to say what's up to him. I was on my side. Because, you know, I don't want to, like, securities to push me away and, you know, shit like that. You know, you always, like, standing aside because the guy's walking to stage. The man stopped. And he was like, yo, Mark. I'm like, what? Like, you just stop and say my name in front of everybody and say what's up to me and hug me. He was like, yeah, what's up? How your family? Ooh, I'm like, damn, this nigga is on another level, man.
How'd that make you feel, bro? How'd that make you feel, bro?
Too good, bro, because, I mean, I'm not as famous as him. I'm known, but I'm not as famous as him, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got more time to see more famous people, but I guess you got time to see my music too. So that really shows a lot from him.
I mean, you did have success, and like, you know, and in the beginning, where you know there was a high demand for you to perform in like big venues and clubs in New York City, even in Europe.
Yeah, my first 3 years was like the best years. Like my first 3 years, I performed everywhere. I did a lot of tours to New York, to Europe, to Latin America, to all those places. Like my music was really hitting hard those days. But, you know, there's ups and downs. Like not everybody could stay in the top all the time because it demands a lot of money first. And there's also a lot of artists coming out every year. So it's hard to keep up. You know, like, for example, who would have thought Bad Bunny and Ozuna would have been this big and they only have like 3 years of career.
True, you've been in it for a while now, man. What is it, like 6 years?
5 years.
Especially 5 years.
I definitely remember when I was I used to work at a local radio station here as a radio host, and you know, every single time when I did my programa, you know, I remember I will always play. It had to be done every show. Vamos a ponernos loco. Y si no fue esa. Entonces, I will always, like, you know, especially during the wintertime, I will always play El Día Va Pa Playa.
Yeah. Yo, I had a lot of love over there from DC. But with that song, the Playa Arena, it was a good song over there. I even went to perform once over there. I like DC a lot. That's why when they told me about it, I'm like, hell yeah. Like, that's one of the areas, to be honest. Like, I travel all the United States, and where I feel more Latin crowd is over there, that DC area. Like, there's a lot of, like, mix of Latin crowds. You know what I'm saying? Like, from every Latin America. So if you get your songs popping over there, that, like, my manager I had at the time was like, yo, if we make our songs pop over there, they could start popping all in Latin America because people will take it to their country when they travel. You get what I'm saying? So it's always good to talk to people over there in DC.
Yeah, things spark off over here, especially because like here is like the mecca for like anything Central America, bro. Like you can mess around and do a couple shows here. You're gonna end up doing everything on Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras,
Ecuador,
Panama, everything, Colombia.
I made all types of it. I was like, whoa. I performed. I remember it wasn't like in a big venue, like I think it was a radio station venue. They did it in this big park there. Let me see who was the big artist that was performing there. Damn, I can remember, but it was a big venue, bro. Like I was
Farruko.
Like,
It was Farruko. You actually ended up coming through for Verano Sol, man. I actually worked for the Sol. I used to work for the Sol.
Yeah, Verano Sol.
Yeah,
Verano Sol.
because
Yeah,
I was there, so I was there for all that stuff too. And actually, we kind of bumped into each other, but you know, I let every artist do what they do. You know what I mean? And somebody else actually ended up interviewing you at that time, but it's all good. I'm actually glad I met you now, even though it's through Zoom, but you're here making time. Like, another thing too, like, when you started making, in your music, right? Like, the way you sounded different was just the fact that your English accent, it didn't die. It's not like fake. You know what I mean? When you say your stamp, right? It's Mark B. Like, dog, you say it's Mark B. You say it's Mark B. Like that. I'm like,
it's catchy.
No, I used to say, it's your boy, Mark B. And then I was like, it's your boy. Like, let me cut it out a little. Let's put it's Mark B, you know, because it was hard to fit it in songs too much, like a lot. So, and then also my accent, you know, it is good for the American people, but it's bad for the Dominican people, for the Latin people. Like what? This guy knows too much English. Is this guy Dominican for real, or is this just a gringo trying to do Spanish music? So I try to like just do it little by little, you know, and I just recently put out an English song. You know, I wanted to like build first my Latin, all Latin, and then I'll go to the American.
Yeah. Let me find out. So he's just like, let me just go ahead and just tap into my market right quick.
Yeah. Yo, because in the DR, they won't support you if you're an American cat. Like they're very proud of like the Dominicans. Like if you live here, you gotta be as Dominican as you can. Like right now, like for example, like you say, like Mark, you used to be popping a lot. You used to be like I stopped being that much popular because I stopped doing like too much underground. And that's what they like over here. They want the artists to be underground all the time. So like, for example, I was in the studio today and I did a song and I put a preview up and people were like, yes, you back. You back to the underground. That's what they like over here. Like that Playa Arena song, the Vamos Ponerlo Loco song, it's like super popular for them. It's too commercial for them.
Yeah, el dominicano bien gustoso, loco, when it comes to music.
El dominicano le gusta su dembow, for example, el alfa. You see how el alfa is? El alfa is super underground. Even though he's popular like he is now, but his lyrics are underground.
Yeah, I consider, I mean, the way, we haven't interviewed him yet, but he's considered kind of like the boss of DR, kind of like DY is in Puerto Rico, you know what I mean? Like, would you agree?
Yeah. He's the leader right now. He's the one doing the biggest numbers here, like in the biggest collabs. He's definitely doing big. Obviously, it's just in one genre, which is the dembow. That, you know, not every artist just do like me. I just don't do dembow. So it kind of forces us to work to do that type of music, because I guess that's what people like out of Dominican Republic. You get?
So, you know, talking about underground music and stuff. So I'm gonna bring up, you know, you have a new song that just recently came out. I think like a week ago.
No,
I'm sorry?
Which one? Fucked Up, you saying that song?
Ese Boom.
Ese Boom, yeah. A week ago, that's right.
So yeah, so you know, you do have that song that just came out with Alcover, Lírico en la Casa, Black Jonas. So, you know, is that a song that's considered underground, you know, for people who don't really...
That one is more commercial. That one is more commercial. No, that one is more commercial. Like the people in the art, like I put it out. It was a song that I made it for myself. But then I was like, I'll give it to you because I know you will like attack the big like commercial crowd, like all United States. His market is over there. Because in the art, they like the lyrics to be underground. That's what they like over here. Over here, they want you to sing of what happens in the hood. They want you to maintain that. That's how they like over here. That commercialism, it doesn't work as much. You have to, either you invest a lot on them, so like people play it a lot, or you just market it a different way, like I did with that song Ese Bon with Alcover. Like, you know, Alcover, that's your song, and promote it. And I know that the people that are gonna listen to it in the United States, they're gonna love it because it has a good rhythm.
As well too, since you're in quarantine, man, you know, you just kind of dropped it a little bit too, kid. You know, you've been in that lab, yo. So tell us, man, you know, here in the MIGO experiment, all these people following, subscribing, and commenting below.
Yeah.
So what you got coming out? Well, you got some mixtapes, you got some EPs, you got who's cooking?
Yeah, it's cooking, man. I'm doing an EP right now. Since it's quarantine and like all we're gonna be able to do to make money is digitalize music, you know, put everything under the stores, the online stores. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put out a lot of music. We're gonna put out an EP so people can listen to music while they're at home because we won't be able to perform now. Like all the strategies from every artist are gonna change. Like before, every artist used to put out like singles so they get popping in the clubs and go perform. Now we won't be able to perform in clubs for a while. So they're gonna put out a lot of albums, a lot of like projects like that, so people like enjoy it at home.
Man, I'm getting tears, man, because you know we all kind of like we work in clubs and we work in all that stuff. So it's just like, you know, we be the DJ, my man Willy over there just in the front line for promotions and productions, man, and Bodie on the mic all the time, just hyping up the crowds and everything. Yo, it's just like, dang, man, this
it's gonna be a big change for all of us, bro. Like all we have to do is, for example, this you being creative, doing these interviews, doing lives, like DJ lives, you know what I'm saying, and also like for the last thing, it's like you just have to make the best out of it. You get what I'm saying? Like have a find. Well, for example, I heard in USA the government are helping a lot. They're helping you guys a lot, so you guys are good to go there. The guys that pay your taxes and all that, right?
Kind of.
Well, one time.
You mean that one time that we got a check, you know, for like $1,200 that we had to still spend it back on food that we need to feed ourselves? Yeah, we got that.
Listen, there's some people who haven't gotten their check, okay? And I'm some people, okay?
Okay. Yeah, so you definitely, the jobs are important, man. That's gonna be a tough part for everybody. Like we had to
get a check because she makes too much money, bro. That's a travel local, so you know she didn't hit that category and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
we're gonna have to sell. We're gonna have to start cooking and selling food. We're gonna have to do something because we gotta survive. You know what I'm saying? Like here in the yard, I'm selling clothes. I have a clothing store. So from there, I maintain myself as well. I have like this hype beast clothing store over here that people like it a lot.
That's
dope, man. My man surviving. My man RB, man, I'm making music, man. I'm selling clothes. Everybody like clothes. DR, bro, woo, everybody like to look fresh.
No, man. I mean, I sell for people in US too, bro. Like it's just it's a hobby that I like. You know, being that I'm an artist, I also buy clothes for myself. So I was just like, one day I was like, why only buy for myself? If people like the way I dress, I might as well just sell it for them too. So I also sell them whatever they like. That I wear, I sell it.
Hey,
that's definitely dope. That's creative. That's dope.
Yeah,
you know what, Mark V? So, to lighten up the mood a little bit, we're going to go ahead and we're going to play a little game. Okay?
Okay.
You like games? I
mean, I hope I could get it because being that I'm now doing an English interview, my Spanish language is my first thing in my mind, but I'll try to keep track and win the game. Hopefully it's not that difficult.
As you'll be fine. So here we go. So naciste el 18 de noviembre. So you're a Scorpio.
That's right.
Okay. So there are several personality traits that are said about Scorpios, especially Scorpio men. So I'm going to say some of these statements and you're going to tell me if it's true or false.
Okay. That means you like that astrology thing, huh? You're a fan of that.
I kind of am. I actually am. But you know what? I'm only a fan, of the signs that I'm close to.
Okay.
So, all right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So first statement. So I'm gonna read the statements, and you're just gonna tell me true or false.
Okay.
All right. Number 1. You are very motivated.
Motivated?
Yes.
Yes. True.
Okay. Number 2. You never back away from a challenge.
Never.
So true?
True.
Okay. Number 3. You have an energy muy vibrante and even aggressive.
True.
Okay.
A lot of people will tell me like, shut up already.
Number 4, you are extremely affectionate and passionate.
That's correct. That's true.
Okay. Number 5, it's extremely hard for a Scorpio to fall in love.
That's true as well. Yep.
Uh-oh.
That's correct.
Okay. Number 6, you can be pretty obsessive.
Obsessive?
Obsessive.
I guess. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I guess, yeah, you know what I mean? Hey, those are things of my personality that, like, you know, like us guys, we don't like to, like, accept, but it's the truth.
Okay. So the next one, you get notoriously jealous.
Wow. Nah, well, I used to. Not anymore.
You can.
But I guess if I had before, that means it's true.
Okay.
I lived when I was a kid, huh?
It's controllable now.
Yeah, no, because back in the days when I was young, it was too much, man. You know, those people that be like, you know, like checking if you go online, like, oh, she's online. You know, like, yeah, nah, not anymore. I don't. Hell nah. That was too stressing.
Yeah. Okay. This is the last one. You're proven to be sex addicts.
Oh, absolutely. That's true. That's true.
Ahí está.
And now in quarantine, my dudes, that's the end. That's the exercise that we have. That's what we have now.
There, you see, there we go. To everybody who's watching, this is Mark B.
Yeah, push-ups.
You know, I hope like if this was in Spanish, people would like, you know, hear the R play and be like, yo, here's my personality. You don't have to ask me anymore. Play.
Hey, no. Hey, so check it out. Como tú tienes bastante fans que hablan solo español, te entiendo. Pero también los fans que you know, just probably like you probably breaking through to them. Like, oh my God, my man speaks fluent goodness.
Yeah. I did an interview once though about my personality, like in Puerto Rico in Spanish. So I just remember now that people start a lot. It was like that, like asking all those like deep personality questions.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, you got any more games?
Do I have any more games? Oh my God, you know I always have games. Okay. Yeah. So
I understand, guys. I understand that the girls are more creative, so don't think I'm like.
Why you think, bro? Why you think I'm over there asking her? You got more games. I got good ass questions. I ain't got no fucking games, bro. I'll be honest with you, bro.
Hey, I got questions and games. All right, calm down.
Yeah, she curious for real, buddy.
Yeah.
You have to. It's part of the job, you know. But all right. So listen. So you know, we talked a little bit about some of the songs that you have out, and we even brought up, you know, one of the songs that you did with Lunay, Mojadero, excuse me, con La Casa también. So, you know, we were actually listening to the song earlier, and come out of nowhere, I was like, I wonder how it sounds in English. So we started translating in English.
How would it? Let me hear the lyrics. Let me hear it.
Have you ever thought about any of your songs, like, you know, that you've done in Spanish and say, damn, I wonder how does that sound in English? What am I saying? Have you ever done that?
Yeah, like I would think like Vamos a Ponerlo Loco would be a dope song to put in English. Vamos a Ponerlo Loco. Not Playa Arena. It would sound crazy, like beach.
Yeah, it's like the day.
Beach and sand. We're just gonna feel real good.
No. That would be like a country song, like a country, maybe like a country. You know, it would be something like that.
To the beach, get to the sand. We're gonna feel real good.
There you go. That's the vibe. That's the vibe for that song, right? But Vamos a Ponerlo Loco will be easy to like translate, and it'll probably be a hit in English.
That'd be like what? It would be let's go get crazy. Let's go.
Yeah, like let's like something like that. Like let's get crazy. Yeah. Like something like that. Yeah, I gotta do it with flow. Yeah. It can't sound corny.
I got you, bro. I got you.
Sound corny.
The car that go flow. So I got you. Now we gonna make that joint. Nah, that's with you, man.
Let's go get crazy. Yo, let's go. Something like that.
Hey, do that joint with Carnage, bro.
Was that?
You should do it with Carnage. Yo, Carnage does like the EDM, like electric trap, all that, man. Yeah, he probably cook up something real nice. Yo.
I would think like Lil Jon will fuck with that song. Now let's
fuck. Have Carnage make the beat with Lil Jon, because Lil Jon and Carnage fuck with each other. Bring your what?
Let's all get crazy. Lil Jon there doing this. Yeah, that would be something else.
You see my man's mind? My man's mind already gone with it. Oh shit, we will experiment. That motherfucker put a whole formula in my brain. I'm about to.
Yo, man, I like sometimes I get frustrated because I be like, damn, I got so much ideas, and it's just a matter of being at the right place at the right time. You know what I'm saying? Like if I lived over there, maybe in Miami, and I'll like, you know, link up with these artists that they always there. Like in Miami, most of them are there. So it'll be dope to like be able to link up and do crazy collabs like that, like Lil Jon and all those big guys.
Yeah, that'd definitely be cool. But you know what? Like the thing with like these songs too, it's like you don't ever realize, like especially when you're listening to it in Spanish, you don't ever realize like the amount of filth that you're actually listening to until you translate it in English, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, let me hear that mojadero. Let me hear that mojadero.
He wants to hear that.
Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. Read those lyrics, girl.
I'm gonna read it as intelligent and sophisticated as I can.
Okay.
When you see me, seems like it's raining. Wet. Okay. When you see me, seems like it's raining. Wet. It just hold on. It keeps repeating, okay?
Let me tell you something. Like you saying it like it's cool, like it might sound corny, but yo, if Rihanna does that song, it's a hit.
Right, yo. When you see me, what you gonna get? Wet.
What was that song that she did like that? She did like
Umbrella.
A song like that.
Umbrella.
Umbrella.
No, Umbrella, the other one that she did with Drake.
There's a Drake. I'm trying to think.
Man, I got a brain fart as a DJ right now, dog. Which one?
I'm trying to think.
She did a song with Drake that was like one of those biggest. Let me show you. Let me get
the
name.
Work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, you want to hear something crazy though? I'm a DJ that doesn't know any names to songs. I just know when you say names. Hold on.
There you go. So yeah, you said wet. Like I get wet. When it rains, wet. That's it.
That's
Remix. Aquí hecho, loco. Rihanna. Right here.
That's what I'm telling you, yo. Like lyrics are just it could be the worst lyrics, but if you say it the right way, and if you interpret it the right way, it's a done deal.
And you get the right person, to say
it. And a good producer too. Like if you like produce it the right way, boom.
Yeah.
¿Verdad? It's just like that. But you know what, Marvy? Like that mind, definitely genius, most definitely super, super humble. We really thank you for taking the time to come and chit chat and hang out with us for a little bit. Especially during this quarantine stuff,
No, I'm down. I'm always down to meet new people and have new friends, man, because you never know. The world is now changing a lot. We never know. We go over there when everything changes, and over there you guys play my music and I go perform and we do business together. You just never know nowadays. You gotta be open to everything.
Claro.
Man, Marvin, when you come out here, bro, yo te invito unas pupusas, dog. You know what pupusas are, bro? First off, you know what pupusas are?
Nah, you gotta remind me.
It's a Salvadoran cuisine, my Jesus. You eat pork?
Yeah, now I remember. I remember they mentioned that in the interview. They were playing around like that with the pupusa. They was like, oh, the pupusa. In the interview they did to me, I remember now they said that. Yeah, I haven't ate it though. Haven't ate it.
Yo, we got Willy. We got him, right?
We got you.
Yeah, we got you, bro. We're just a pupusas, bro. We can put you on, and you be like, yo, DC dog pupusas. I want some pupusas. What's up? Yeah.
That's another word. That's another word for the girls, though. The catrachas. I heard of the catrachas for the Ecuadorian, right?
No.
Baleadas. Las catrachas, they call it baleadas.
Baleadas. But for girls,
Yeah.
you call girl, like a name for a girl, it's like catracha or something like that.
That's a Honduran girl.
That's a Honduran girl.
Yeah.
That's a Honduran girl. Catracha is a Honduran girl. Guanaca is a Salvadoran girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like El Salvador, because I'm Salvadoran Honduran, married to a Dominican. So
okay.
You know
Yo,
what I mean?
and I've seen that mix a lot too. I saw that mix over there in DC, that Salvadorans people, Dominican, and I went to Honduras one day too to perform. I did a media tour over there, and there was a lot of Dominicans over there too.
Whew.
I haven't been to Salvador yet. My song was playing a lot over there, but I wasn't able to go.
Man, after this MIGO experiment, you probably gonna get booked out there, man. Next year, 2021, bro, over there in El Salvador, dog, people got. You ain't hear from me.
Hell yeah. Hey, you take me over there, man. Make business. Let's make business.
Hey, we can do this. We can do this, man. Yo, plug yourself in, man, so they can go ahead and follow you on all the platforms, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Follow me on my Instagram, Mike B Music, Twitter, Mike B Music, everywhere Mike B Music, YouTube, Mike B Music. What else? Snapchat, Mike B Music, TikTok, Mike B Music, everywhere. Easy to find with a K, not with a C. Mike B Music.
And make sure to go ahead and check out that new single that we were just talking about too. Ese Bomb, available on all streaming platforms.
Yeah, that's right. That's that new single, and there's more singles coming up. There's gonna be a lot of music in this quarantine, so follow up.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, man. Thank you for that, man. Yo, you in there, yo. See you on the next episode of the
MIGO
Experiment. Yo, take care, Mark B, man. All right.